Hey there, Aquarius. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your tarot card reading for November 2023. Once I lay out the cards, I'll identify their positions, go through the meanings, do clarifications, and I will close off with oracle cards for additional guidance. Feel free to take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. Okay, Aquarius, so the way this is set up, this middle column represents what's going on with you. On the right, we have career, finances. On the left, we have love life. So at the top, your current perspective, Wheel of Fortune. What is influencing your emotions? Queen of Wands, a truth for you to embrace, the Hierophant. In terms of career past, you have Ten of Swords. In the present, you have the Five of Wands. In the future, you have the Knight of Swords. Advice for career and finances, Six of Wands. In the past, for love life, you have Ace of Swords. In the present, you have Strength. In the future, you have the Knight of Cups. And advice for your love life, you have the Hermit. At the bottom of the deck, the influencing energy of this reading, you have the Hanged Man. So perhaps needing to come to a realization that there's no use struggling against something and accepting what is happening, and in the process gaining a new perspective of things. So could have to do with your current perspective with the Wheel of Fortune, and again, kind of just letting things go and not have control over something. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like meant to be. Possibly this will actually change your luck for the better. The Queen of Wands influencing your emotions. It could be that you actually are feeling that you want to take action, you want to make things happen, you want to, go out, follow your heart, speak your mind, do what you want. But this Hanged Man and this Wheel of Fortune is kind of making it so that you kind of have to just wait and see. And the truth to embrace with this Hierophant, it's a sense of kind of following certain traditions, like rules, almost a sense of don't try to do anything unconventional, like to make things happen, just stick to what you know, or maybe you are done sticking to what you know. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune in your current perspective. You have here the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this is your perspective is kind of perhaps feeling like making you think back to maybe when you were younger and not have control. Maybe you felt at this point in your life you would have control, or it is a sense of recognizing that something is out of your control will allow you to find some acceptance in what is happening or what has happened, in a sense of harmony and peace in whatever the situation is. So let's look at the Queen of Wands, which is influencing your emotions. You have the Four of Swords, which is kind of opposite of the Queen of Wands, fiery energy, this idea of just withdrawing and having time to yourself, or needing time to mentally recover from something. So it's almost as if maybe you feel confined in a way, that you aren't really expressing yourself or able to express yourself or make something happen because of whatever the situation is that you can't control. So let's look at the Hierophant in the truth to embrace. You have here the Empress, which is about growth and creativity. So I feel like to a certain degree, it's almost a sense of going back to your roots or going back to some structure and kind of seeing where revisiting something might spark some creativity or kind of indicate almost a new routine, a new way to maybe present yourself even while you wait, while whatever is happening is taking place. Maybe not actively taking action, but maybe taking that time to assess, what the rules are, what you tried to do based on those rules before, and what worked, what didn't work, what you want to emphasize. So in terms of where I see you have swords on both of these sides here, but I'm going to go to this side because there's more severe swords here, more of your air element, Aquarius. In the past, you have the Ten of Swords, so it seems like something has ended, some communication, some problem to be solved, some thought process. It's just kind of over and done with and time to move on. And in terms of the present, you have the Five of Wands here, so maybe being pulled in different directions or some kind of conflict, either within yourself or with other people. And in the future, you have the Knight of Swords. So this is fiery air energy, kind of taking action, speaking your truth, possibly not having a well thought out plan, but if that is the case, perhaps using this time, this downtime to think through, kind of think about structure, think about creativity, think about what can grow out of a situation. And the advice for your career finances, we have the Six of Wands. This is about victory and success and being recognized for your achievements. And you can see in the present, you've got the Five of Wands. Maybe these people here aren't really your cheerleaders at this point, but whatever this conflict or annoyance is could spark this movement going forward. And ultimately, these people in the Five of Wands, they're going to be in the crowd cheering you on in the Six of Wands. So let's take a look at the Ten of Swords in your past. You have the Two of Swords. So it could be some type of situation where you didn't know that there was a decision to be made, or you didn't want to make a decision, but it's almost as if the decision is made for you. It could be that's this Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman situation of needing to accept something. Perhaps it's the end of a connection, like if you're going down a certain career path and things aren't working out, or a job ending, or a potential job that was being set up for you ending, or even being laid off or something along those lines where you weren't necessarily wanting to face the potential issue there, but it's kind of being decided nonetheless. So let's take a look at the Five of Wands in the present. We got more air energy with the Queen of Swords. So here, if there is conflict, it's a sense of being truthful to yourself, being honest, using a balanced mind and heart to communicate your ideas and your thoughts. Perhaps, again, this idea of what annoys you, what maybe rubs you the wrong way, or what causes a stir in others, could be something that sparks your creativity, sparks some type of motion, communication, problem solving that is in your future that will give you an opportunity to have success. So let's take a look at the Knight of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups here. So really, if you feel in the future there's that moment where you're acting, you're saying something, you're making things happen, take some time, tap into your emotions a little bit, balance out that kind of watery energy of the cups and the water of queens. So you got double water going on here to balance this air fire energy of the Knight. So kind of, I would say, come from a place of following your intuition, but also nurturing relationships, wanting to make sure that you don't say or do anything that is too, I guess, offensive, but also will allow you to kind of carry on this Queen of Swords energy and like truthfully portray who you are and how you feel. And Six of Wands being the advice. See what we have here. We have here the Knight of Pentacles. So if there is concern about what's going on, I can see there's concern. There's a lot of swords here, 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords, and Knight of Swords, and even the 5 of Wands. It seems like this path is going to help you, can help you find success, identifying, the aspects of yourself, like your skills and your talents, characteristics that will help you on your path to like building your financial security, and whatever your career path is. It seems like this is how you can use this situation, or you can use this situation to highlight some aspects of yourself that will help you in the future. In terms of your love life in the past, you have the Ace of Swords, some kind of clarity, some kind of epiphany, some action that you took that gives this new perspective and outlook, motivation, movement. In the present, you have the Strength card. So it's a sense of like kind of connecting to this fiery Queen of Wands energy, really being in a place of self-acceptance and wanting to follow your heart, being more courageous when it comes to leading with your heart in love. And in the future, you've got this Knight of Cups, which is all about wearing your heart on your sleeve and possibly having someone kind of come to you also with their heart on their sleeve. The advice of the Hermit here, I think, is that, to use your time alone to kind of possibly reflect on this new perspective, get some rest and clarity when it comes to whatever this situation is, especially when it comes to your work, and not necessarily think of this time in suspension, this time alone, as being lonely. It's almost a sense of kind of being able to discipline your thoughts and to learn from your experience. So let's take a look at the Ace of Swords in the past. You have the Magician. So perhaps in the past, this kind of clarity is about what you have to offer, that you have a lot to offer when it comes to your love life, and that you are actively involved in making things happen and creating your future. So let's take a look at Strength. You have the King of Wands. So your emotional influence being this Queen of Wands. It's a lot of fiery energy. You've got the Strength, King of Wands, Queen of Wands going on right now. So it does seem like perhaps there could be someone that you feel drawn to, that you want to kind of show them that you are matching their energy, but also kind of not necessarily sure about it because of this Four of Swords, like feeling like you want to withdraw a little bit to make sure it's like the right thing you want to do, or that's how your emotions are pushing you. But with this King of Cups, seems like following your heart is really the best, not the best way forward. The best way forward apparently is the Hermit, where it's kind of like not only be okay on your own, but kind of recognize that there's a lot to learn just from experiencing your life as, you separately from someone else. But here, let's take a look at this Knight of Cups here in the future. You have the Seven of Swords, more swords. So this can be liar, stealer, cheater vibes. It also can be a card of trying to navigate something in a way that you're unseen or undetected. So I'm going to go ahead and pull another card for that to see kind of how those two relate. We have here the Three of Cups. So I would say that, for some of you, there might be a situation where you find someone who is kind of romantic, coming on, putting the moves on. I wouldn't say super strong, but kind of not really being committed. They're fun loving, but they aren't necessarily showing long-term potential there. So I would say if that kind of comes up, don't necessarily turn to all people suck. But here's the advice of this Hermit, take some time to think about things and be okay with either way things turn out. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Hermit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's kind of like where your perspective is. It could be also something from your past is what you have to work through with this Wheel of Fortune, or what this time alone is going to help you work through dealing with this new perspective, and possibly even kind of understanding what you've kind of limited yourself to, what you've kind of stuck to in the past, and how you want to grow from those, let's say, rules or beliefs, those traditions, those accepted concepts when it comes to how you live your life or how you connect with other people, or what is meaningful in general. So I'm going to go ahead and close off with some messages for you and your love life and career. So here we have Sacred Workspace, open to receive, communicate, receive, and express the truth. Let's take another one of these. Evaluation, let's say, feed out what doesn't serve you, reevaluate the situation. And, well, this card wants to pop out. Entrepreneur. And new assets. Okay. So here, the Sacred Workspace, this is kind of, calling upon you to create a space for you to be productive, to be creative, and to almost be disciplined in that area. That could be the truth for you to embrace, honestly, with this Hierophant and the Empress, is to kind of have a structure or routine or a physical place where you can dedicate to your your craft, your practice, whatever it is that you're trying to create. And, if you already have something like that, making it your own, like changing it up, decluttering it, adding aspects that reflects your passions, your desires, things that really kind of call to you, speak to you. This open to receive card, this is a sense of not only being open to healing, but like receiving information, physical stimulation, and growing from that. Some people are like closed off. Some people, when they get information, they reject it. But here it's kind of calling you to be open to maybe even help or assistance, and it might not come the way you expect it to. So perhaps this, 5 of Wands here that's going on that might feel annoying or chaotic. It could be, if you are open to receiving it in a Queen of Wands way, where it's like balanced heart and mind, speaking your truth. It could be, you could use that in a way that actually helps you. Especially we got this communicate card, receive, open to receive and express the truth. This Queen of Swords. Evaluation. I feel like this evaluation is not only with this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Cups, kind of when it comes to the future of action that you're taking, but also the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune, and even your current perspective of the Wheel of Fortune and Six of Cups. So something doesn't serve you, and to reevaluate that situation, something perhaps from your past, something that you learned, certain rules, way that you are, grow, or even how you express yourself, your creativity, your sensuality, and maybe even reevaluate a potential love interest if things are feeling good, but something seems off. And with this entrepreneur, for some of you, perhaps this opportunity that's ended is going to inspire you to kind of be your own boss, to work in your own, sacred workspace. This Knight of Pentacles and Six of Wands as the advice could be like considering kind of using your skills and talents to formulate your own path, where you are your own boss. And this new assets kind of indicates maybe not new entirely, but identifying assets of yourself, your characteristics, your strengths, where you can really use them to advance your career path and your financial stability in the future. So Aquarius, I hope that this reading provides a helpful perspective of your month. We'll see you next time. Take care.